Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new explainer, and a massive hello to all of our Brazilian learners tuning in today. We're going to be talking about everyday life and some incredibly useful English grammar. We'll be looking at our homes, our daily frustrations, and learning exactly how to express our wishes in English. If you're an A2 language learner, figuring out how to clearly talk about what you want to change is a huge step. So let's dive right in. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to look at comparing living spaces, tackle the wish plus past simple rule, figure out how to wish for different behavior, dodge a super common grammar trap, and then it's your turn to practice. All right, let's jump straight into section 1, comparing living spaces, and honestly, why we so often find ourselves wishing things were just a little bit different. Look at the expression here. Looking up, deep in thought, maybe just a tiny bit dissatisfied. We have all absolutely been there. You know, our daily routines, our apartments, our houses, they just often leave us wanting a bit more. Maybe you want a better job or a bigger home. Wishing is just something we all naturally do, especially when it comes to where we live. Let's paint a picture with two totally different living setups. On one hand, imagine a capsule hotel in Japan, literally a bed inside a tiny pod. Sure, it's cramped, but hey, it's incredibly convenient, usually right in the middle of a busy downtown. Now flip that and imagine living at home with your parents. Free room, free food, which is amazing, but the downside, strict rules, curfews, you know the drill. Both of these situations, they definitely make people wish for a change.
Which brings us to a guy named Brian. He's living at home, dealing with those strict parents, and he says, "I wish I had my own apartment." Pay close attention to that sentence. He's talking about his life right now, today, but look at the verb, had. That is a past tense verb. So why on earth does he do that?
Well, that takes us directly into section 2, wish plus past simple, and how we use it to change our present realities.
So here is the absolute golden rule. When we want things to be different right in this exact moment, we use the word wish followed by a past simple verb. It's for those present situations that are impossible, or at least really unlikely to change today. You're not actually talking about the past at all. You're just using a past tense verb to imagine a totally different present. Let's walk through these together. First up, I wish I had my own apartment. Brian obviously doesn't have an apartment right now, but he wants one. Second, I wish I was 10 years younger. Okay, literally impossible, right? You can't actually time travel, but you express that deep desire using the past tense, was. And third, I wish I could understand them. Picture yourself listening to a super fast conversation in English. You can't understand them right now, so you use the past tense of can, which is could. Do you see the pattern here? Wish plus had, was, or could. Now, pause for a second, because here is a special little rule that is absolutely crucial for you guys to know. When you make a wish using the verb to be, formal English grammar actually asks you to use were for all pronouns. Yep, even for I, he, she, and it. So Brian, who's totally fed up with doing chores at his parents' house, says, I wish life were easier. Now, you're definitely going to hear native speakers say, I wish life was easier when they're chatting fast, but were is the formally correct standard you should try to learn. Like, I wish I were taller, or I wish it weren't so difficult.
And this really highlights the different kinds of things we wish for, right? On one side, maybe it's an internal personal wish, like, I wish I were more patient. But on the other side, think about a young guy in a sleepy little town dreaming of a massive, buzzing city like Sao Paulo. His wish is totally external. I wish I lived in the big city. If you are trying to change a present reality, wish plus past simple is your go-to tool.
Okay, let's pivot to section 3, wishing for different behavior. Because, let's be real, sometimes we don't just want our environment to change, we really want other people to change. And that brings us to our second big grammar rule, using wish plus would or wouldn't. We pull out this structure for things we desperately want to happen or things we really want to stop happening. And the key word to remember here is annoyance. We use this when someone or something is just actively getting on our nerves and frustrating us. Let's look at some classic everyday annoyances. I wish the bus would come. Just imagine shivering at a bus stop in the pouring summer rain. You're annoyed, right? So you say, I wish the bus would come. Or, back to Brian, frustrated with his folks, I wish they'd stop worrying. By the way, they'd is just short for they would. And lastly, imagine constantly tripping over someone's shoes in the hallway. You want that behavior to stop immediately, so you say, I wish you wouldn't leave your shoes there. Let's just take a quick breather and compare these side by side. Look over at the first column, changing a reality.
If you want to change a solid fact about today, stick to the past simple. I wish I were taller. But then look at the second column, changing an annoyance. If a behavior is driving you crazy, use would. Like, I wish the bus would come. You're essentially complaining about a delay. Spotting the difference between a reality and an annoyance is a huge, game-changing step for your English.
Now, before we wrap up, we absolutely have to talk about Section 4, the common grammar trap. I see learners fall into this all the time, and I want to make sure you avoid it completely.
Take a look at that crossed-out text. I wish I would be more confident. Yeah, scratch that, it's completely wrong. But why? Because we can never, ever use wish plus would when talking about ourselves. You can't really be annoyed at your own behavior in that specific grammatical way. You only use would for other people or things, so if you want to talk about yourself, you got to go back to our first rule, the past simple. You'd say, I wish I was more confident. Or, if we're being formally perfectly correct, I wish I were more confident. Keep that in your back pocket, and you are going to sound like a total pro.
All right, we have covered a whole lot of ground in this explainer today, from tiny capsule hotels to tripping over shoes, and the grammar to talk about all of it. So let's head into our final section. Your turn to practice.
Take a second and really think about your own life. What would you change about your bedroom right now? Is it way too hot? Then maybe you'd say, I wish it were cooler. What about your job or your school? Are your classmates being way too loud? You could say, I wish they wouldn't talk so loudly. Run through your town, your social life, your daily routine, and just practice applying these. Remember, use that past simple rule for hard realities and the would rule for those pesky annoyances.
And that brings us to the ultimate question I'm leaving you with. What do you wish were different about your life? I'm challenging you right now. Take what you just learned, write down a few of your own wishes using the correct grammar, and share them with your teacher, or even a friend. Because honestly, the absolute best way to make this stick is to connect the grammar directly to your own world. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Keep on practicing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.